Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. This is your brother Lawrence. Yesterday, I told you that I was going to find what other top SDA pastors have said about the 6,000 year theory. The first video comes from Pastor Batchelor and the second video is from Pastor Mark Finley. So this is going to be the first video, and the second video I'm going to put the link in the description and also in the chat of this video. So please, both videos are important. So don't watch this video and leave the other. Watch both videos. Watch the two videos. So after you're done watching this video, please go ahead, press on the link in the chat or in the description to watch the second video. Okay, so I'm going to start the first video when I come back from the break. Don't go anywhere, stay right here and listen to what Pastor Batchelor has taught on the subject. All right, stay right here.
Hi, ladies. Imagine your own ministry supporting pregnant mothers and get paid through insurance. Become a community perinatal doula. www.perinatal.academy.
Welcome back. So let's get straight into the video and listen to Pastor Batchelor on the 6,000 year theory, or what others call 7,000 year theory. Before I get into the video, let me say this. A number of Seventh-day Adventists believe in the 6,000 year theory based on my personal findings. A number of Seventh-day Adventists believe in the 6,000 year theory. And let me tell you the implication. Those that believe in the 6,000 year theory also believe that the world will come to an end in 2027. All right, so let's get into the video. Of Pastor Batchelor. As I said yesterday, I'm not going to comment on the subject because I'm still learning. I'm still researching on the subject. I just want to learn more. So I'm going to stay away from commenting on the subject. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to share with you what others have said. All right. And based on that, you can make your own judgment or your own conclusion. You can also do your own research and add to what I'm sharing with you here on this channel from other pastors, and at the end you make your own conclusion. So let me stop talking. I'm talking too much, and get into the video.
Well, you'll also find that there's a pattern in the Bible for 7,000 years for world history. Now, I'm going to share with you, and I need to just make an announcement here, a disclaimer. I'm going to share with you some reasons I think that the Lord's coming is near. We can know when His coming is near. We may not know when He's coming, the day and the hour, but we can know when His coming is near. And the Bible says, Jesus is very clear, Matthew chapter 24, verse 36, "But of that day and hour knows no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only." Watch out. There's one on the radio now. He's setting a date for the second coming. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. Got a program here in town. By the way, it's not the first date that he set. He owns a radio station. I've been real tempted to tell him I'll give him $1,000 right now for his entire radio network if he thinks he's going to be gone after this date. If he's got faith he's going to be gone, he'll sign it over to me and I'll give him $1,000. I have a feeling he won't take me up on that. Now, we may not know the day and the hour, but can we know when His coming is near? Jesus said, Matthew 24:33, "When you see these things, know that it is near." So what I'm sharing with you are some principles of Bible time so you can know His coming is near. Now, next principle is with the Lord. And you'll find this in 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 8. "A day with the Lord is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as a day." Let's just think about this for a moment. This is where this 7,000-year principle comes in. Peter says, 2 Peter 3, verse 8, do not forget this one thing, with the Lord, one day is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as a day. Peter is actually quoting the Old Testament, where it says in Psalm 90, verse 4, for 1,000 years in your sight are like yesterday when it is past. And then there's one more verse. So I don't even have them all up on the screen because you're becoming mature Bible students. I know you're going to take notes and look them up yourself. Psalm 84, verse 10, for a day in your courts is better than 1,000. So you've got this principle, a day like 1,000 years. Well, you know, there is a pattern God sets up. 6 days you work, 1 day you rest. If you add up Bible chronology, the creation of Adam and Eve is about 6,000 years ago. Just adding up the ages in the Bible. I'm not setting dates. I'm just telling you, if you add up, Adam lived 930 years, and you start adding up all the dates that are given, puts us at about 6,000 years right now. Don't know exactly when. There's a couple of nebulous areas around the time of Noah, but we know that we're in that time. And then how long is the millennium? Well, the word millennium means 1,000 years. Millennium, 1,000 years. 6,000 years, plan of salvation, working to save men. 1,000 years our planet rests. Then he creates a new heaven and a new earth, and we enter eternity, a total of 7,000 years. Which means the Lord would come somewhere around the end of that 6,000-year period. 2,000 years from Adam to Abraham. 2,000 years from Abraham to Christ. And could it be there's going to be 2,000 years from Christ's first coming to his second coming? Approximately. Matter of fact, if you go from 4 BC, 2,000 years would have been 1996. Well, that seems like Jesus is late. Some people thought Jesus was coming in 1996. I'll explain that. Park that thought, because I'll get to that in just a minute. So you got this pattern. Now, all through the Bible, you see this 6,000-year pattern. Matter of fact, there's a verse in Revelation 20, verse 4. During the 1,000 years, it says they live and reign with Christ 1,000 years. So you get 6,000 years, the plan of salvation working in the world to save man, 1,000 years of rest. We live and reign with the Lord during that time, don't we? So it's like 1,000 years of rest. You know, of course, you got 6 plus 1 is 7. And after that 1,000 years, God makes a new heaven and a new earth. He starts a new creation at that time. I've just put some scriptures up on the screen here and a little graph that just kind of shows you this real quick. And the graph is pretty compressed. It's hard to see, but you might jot some of those verses down. I'm going to leave them up there for a moment. And there's some of them I've already referred to. Try to also be able to listen to some of the principles I'm giving you here. No, I'm going to give you a second to do that. There's a quote from Ellen White. I know you heard about the spirit of prophecy the other day. She even says about 40 times in her writings that the world's history is going to last about 6,000 years. And you got the book Great Controversy, page 518, and you got the book Adventist Home, page 539. I'm just giving you a couple. For 6,000 years, Satan has struggled to maintain possession of the earth. Now, God's original purpose in its creation is accomplished. The saints of the Most High will take possession of the kingdom forever and ever. And so, for 6,000 years, Satan's work of rebellion has made the earth to tremble. He made the world a wilderness. I think there's a second part of that. And destroyed the cities thereof. And he opened not the houses of his prisoners. For 6,000 years, his prison house has received God's people. And he would have them held them as captive forever. But Christ has broken his bonds and set the prisoners free. And so there's this principle all through the Bible.
Okay, that was Pastor Doc Batchelor on the 6,000-year theory. Let's watch the next video from Pastor Mark Finley. Press on the link in the chat or in the description, and let's go and watch the other video from Pastor Mark Finley. Let's look at what Pastor Mark Finley would say about time setting, about the period, 6,000-year period, you know. So let's get into it. This is all I have to share with you in this video. Let's jump to the next video. Thanks for watching. See you again. May God bless you.